Is your team functioning at the highest level? Are you working with a team that needs to now learn how to increase its effectiveness? Do you have the results of your organizational engagement study and wonder what to do next? We now offer a highly interactive online course that will focus on how to create high-performing teams. At the end of this course, you'll be able to choose from over 100 strategies to build more trust, engagement, and collaboration. The course helps you learn how to build team effectiveness through the model of how a team works from the best-selling book by Patrick Lencioni, The 5 Dysfunctions of a Team. Over 2.5 million copies have been sold. It is also now incorporated in a new team profile called The 5 Behaviors of a Cohesive Team. You can access that profile through us. As you'll read in the book, Lencioni's model of team functions is a pyramid. That means that the functions at the top of the pyramid are resting on the base of those below. If you don't have healthy trust and conflict, you won't have commitment, accountability, or results. This course provides you with the how to build trust within each of these team functions. There are many books and academic articles on trust, and each has a unique definition. There are also many types of trust. All the different types of trust have one thing in common: the notion that something is at risk. If nothing is at risk, you don't have to think about trust. This course distills all the definitions out there into this one. It's easy to remember and very powerful. First, if you are going to trust someone, you are willing to be vulnerable to him or her. Second, you do this because you feel that someone you trust accepts you for who you are. That means you can be yourself. You don't have to pretend to be someone else. The third element is that you trust that your coworker is doing things for cooperative reasons or for the greater good of your team or organization. Trust on teams is also helped by an environment that makes members feel safe enough to be vulnerable and take interpersonal risks with each other in order to learn. This is called psychological safety. Consider the different dimensions of psychological safety. How are you managing these on your current team? Teams that don't have conflict are rarely high-performing, and constructive conflict also helps team members feel heard, so they are more likely to buy into a decision that they felt they had input to. What gets in the way of good conflict where everyone speaks up? Organizations are hierarchies, so power and status differentials are present. However, they are often not acknowledged, and they can be huge trust busters. As a leader, you have power over your team members. It is the responsibility of the one with the most status and power to balance it. What are the common status symbols in your organization? What do people do, even unconsciously, to pull rank? How does this affect people's willingness to be vulnerable, take risks, or to speak up? Commitment on teams means that people buy in and implement decisions even if they didn't agree with them initially. What affects buy-in? How does your decision-making process affect commitment? We explore that in the course. This is a great module to use with teams that have a history of sabotaging decisions they don't like. In the Lencioni model, accountability is peer-to-peer. What kind of accountability does your team employ? How does the level of trust on your team affect members calling each other on performance expectations? The top layer of the Lencioni pyramid is results. This means the team is focused on the team goals ahead of their own individual goals, such as status, recognition, or their own advancement. Results embodies the third element of the definition of trust, that people are doing things for the greater good. Is everyone on your team putting the team results before their own individual goals? Generally speaking, trust declines in times of fast and overwhelming change. That's why if your team is going through some major changes, you will want to increase your communication, candor, and visibility as a leader to help maintain the level of trust. Learn how to do this with over 100 strategies in our online course. Trust expert Broderick Kramer said, "Trust is the organizational superglue." This is a great way to summarize why focusing on creating a high-trust environment will pay off. Take our online course to invest in your organization and team's superglue. Or you can use this course as your own content to coach a team to high performance.